You open your pantry for some cereal or flour, and suddenly you notice tiny moths fluttering around or little worms crawling inside your food containers. Gross, right? These are pantry moths, also called Indian meal moths, and once they get into your dry goods, they spread fast. They lay eggs in grains, flour, rice, nuts, even pet food, and their larvae chew through packaging, leaving webbing, clumps, and contamination behind. Throwing away one box won't fix the problem, because the real issue is that eggs and larvae can hide in the smallest cracks and crevices. But don't panic. In this video, you'll learn how to identify them, clean effectively, use traps, and protect your pantry so they never return. The first step to stopping pantry moths is knowing exactly what you're dealing with. The most common species in kitchens is the Indian meal moth. Adults are small, only about ½ inch long, with distinctive two-toned wings. The base is grayish, while the outer half is reddish-brown or coppery. You'll often see them fluttering around pantries or hovering near lights at night. But the real damage isn't from the moths you see, it's from their larvae. These small, off-white caterpillar-like worms feed on dry goods such as flour, rice, pasta, cereal, nuts, dried fruit, birdseed, and even pet food. A clear sign of larvae is silky webbing inside food packages or in the corners of containers. Infested products may also develop clumps, an off smell, or tiny droppings. Eggs, though nearly invisible, are often laid directly on food or in packaging seams. Because they're so small, infestations often go unnoticed until the larvae mature. If you see moths flying around or find webbing in food, assume more products are contaminated. Identifying these signs early is critical because every missed egg can lead to dozens of new moths. Once you've identified pantry moths, the most important step is to eliminate their food source. Start by inspecting every dry item in your pantry: flour, rice, pasta, cereal, oatmeal, nuts, dried fruit, spices, and especially pet food or birdseed. These are the moth's favorite targets. Look for webbing, clumps, crawling larvae, or even tiny moths trapped inside packages. If you find any signs of infestation, don't try to salvage the food. Infested products are unsafe to eat and must be discarded. Seal them tightly in a plastic bag, place the bag in your outdoor trash bin, and remove it from your home immediately. This prevents larvae from crawling back into your pantry or moths from emerging and laying more eggs. Even sealed packages can be compromised, since larvae are capable of chewing through thin cardboard and plastic. That means unopened bags of flour or cereal can still be infested. When in doubt, throw it out. It's better to lose 1 or 2 boxes than allow moths to keep multiplying. Removing infested food is the fastest way to cut off their life cycle. Once their food supply is gone, the remaining moths and larvae can't survive for long. After removing infested food, the next critical step is a deep clean. Because pantry moth eggs and larvae are tiny and can hide where you least expect. Start by taking everything out of your pantry, including cans and jars. Use a vacuum with a crevice attachment to thoroughly clean shelves, corners, shelf brackets, and even screw holes. Moth eggs are often hidden in these small gaps. Be sure to empty and clean the vacuum canister immediately afterward. Next, wipe down all pantry surfaces with hot, soapy water. This helps remove any food residue that could attract new pests. For extra protection, follow up with a mixture of equal parts vinegar and warm water. Vinegar not only cleans but also disrupts lingering moth pheromones, which can attract adults back to the pantry. Don't forget reusable storage containers. Even if they look clean, wash them with hot, soapy water before refilling. Plastic, glass, or metal containers are safe to reuse once properly sanitized. Finally, check less obvious areas like pantry door hinges, baseboards, and nearby drawers. Pantry moths are persistent, and missing even a few eggs can restart the cycle. A careful, detailed cleaning ensures your pantry is truly pest-free. Cleaning removes most of the larvae and eggs, but it won't stop adult moths from flying around and laying new eggs. That's why pantry moth traps are such a powerful tool. These traps use a sticky surface coated with a pheromone, a scent that specifically attracts male moths. When the males are lured in and trapped, they can no longer mate with females, which breaks the breeding cycle. The advantage of traps is that they target the moths you can't see. While you may have cleaned thoroughly, a single surviving female can lay hundreds of eggs. By catching males, you greatly reduce the chance of another generation starting. Traps also act as an early warning system. If you continue to catch moths after cleaning, It's a sign that some larvae or eggs were missed, and you'll know to recheck your pantry. Place traps near infested areas, but not directly over food. They're safe to use around the kitchen since the pheromone is species-specific and non-toxic to people or pets. With consistent use, traps not only reduce current moth populations, but also prevent small problems from turning into full-blown infestations. Once you've cleaned and set traps, a few natural remedies can add extra protection against pantry moths. One simple trick is using bay leaves or whole cloves. Their strong scent is unpleasant to moths, so placing a few in jars of flour, rice, or pasta can help deter new infestations. While this won't kill existing eggs, it can discourage moths from targeting fresh food. Another science-backed method is using cold or heat to kill hidden eggs and larvae. If you buy bulk grains, freeze them for at least 4 days before storing them in the pantry. Alternatively, microwaving flour or grains for a minute can have the same effect. This step prevents you from accidentally introducing moths through new food purchases. Storage also matters. Always keep dry goods in airtight glass, metal, or heavy-duty plastic containers. Pantry moth larvae can chew through cardboard and thin plastic bags, but they can't penetrate sealed containers. Finally, practice good pantry habits. Rotate food regularly, use older items first, and avoid keeping products for long periods. This reduces the chance of moths establishing a foothold. Combined with cleaning and traps, these prevention hacks make your pantry far less inviting. Even after removing food sources and cleaning, pantry moths can return if you don't take steps to block their access and prevent future infestations. Start by checking your pantry for gaps, cracks, or openings where moths or larvae might hide. Use caulk to seal small cracks along shelves, corners, and baseboards. For larger gaps around pipes or wall joints, expanding foam can create a tight seal. Next, inspect your window screens and pantry doors. Pantry moths are tiny and can slip through torn screens or unsealed edges, especially if outdoor lighting attracts them at night. Repair or replace damaged screens, and consider adding weather stripping around pantry doors for extra protection. Long-term prevention also means being mindful about food storage. Always transfer grains, flour, and pet food into sealed containers right after purchase. Store bulk products in cool, dry areas and avoid leaving bags open. Birdseed and pet food are common infestation sources, so keep them in airtight bins away from your kitchen. Finally, make pantry checks a routine. Every few weeks, wipe shelves, check for webbing, and discard expired food. Consistent maintenance ensures pantry moths don't get the chance to restart their life cycle in your kitchen. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more simple, science-backed pest control tricks and kitchen safety hacks. That way, the next time an unwanted pest shows up, you'll already know exactly how to handle it, quickly, safely, and for good.